Alright y'all, now this is actually the second attempt at this video. This time around I want to take some time and kind of explain to you guys what's going on in this flight, because it was fun to watch and everything, but it'd be better if you can hear it from me. But in a nutshell, things did not work out really well. But here's a comparison. This is the actual DJI Mavic Air 2 drone. This was filmed at 4K, 24 frames per second. So this is actually filmed at the exact same frame rate and quality as the next video we're about to see that was filmed directly on the GoPro. So if you're here just to basically compare the two video qualities and not here to find out that mounting a GoPro, brand new $400, $500 action camera to a drone is a bad idea, then this might help you. But anyhow, stick around and we'll check out this next video. So once again, this is 4K, 24 frames per second. What's up y'all, it's CJ Moto and I'm back, and today we're going to try to mount the GoPro Hero 9 to the DJI Mavic Air 2. So we've got the latest and greatest in portable sports camera and drone technology, and we're going to mix it together, blend it up and see what happens here. So I've got it, little bit of talking about this, I've got it mounted straight on real good. Wiped it down with some isopropyl alcohol, and then I also had to trim down this dial. I had to trim about a 1/4 inch off of there because I wanted to make sure, so if I pull my prop out as far as it'll go, I wanted to make sure I have clearance between there. And right now I do have some clearance between there, so that's good. So we're gonna fire this thing up and we're gonna see how it looks, and it's gonna enable us to do all kinds of cool stuff like have super view and do time lapses, hyperlapses, all that type stuff, using the GoPro's latest technology. And then another thing I absolutely loved was that we're going to have audio, baby. We're gonna have audio. So let's check it out. Let's see what happens. 4K, 24 frames per second, and we got super view, so the super wide angle. And this is quite literally the first flight. I got my iPad Mini 5. I'm gonna fire up. Alright, so at this point you just can't hear me. The propellers are drowning out my voice, but I want to walk you through the experience here. So it started out, the drone looked perfectly great, except for I did not realize that my satellite reception was like either non-existent or very crappy. I can't remember which. But other than that, it flew good and I could see everything just fine. So here we're taking off. We have a beautiful little fly through this little opening in these trees, and everything was going glorious. I was super excited, like I always am when I'm doing something stupid. So then I was like, well, you know, our 20-second test, initial test, has worked out, so let's fly it over some water. So here we are flying over some water. Then my next thing was like, oh, you know, I got this big iPad Mini 5 screen, so I could see all the way out there to the people in that kayak. So I was like, let's fly even farther out there to that kayak. And it was a pretty windy day. Right now we're only like 12 feet up, so the wind has not much effect on the drone, and also not much effect on the GoPro on top of the drone. But as I will find out rather soon, the GoPro being on top of the drone has two effects. It cuts out the GPS receiver signal, and it makes it way more susceptible to wind. So everything's still going relatively smooth. These guys wave at me. They're having a nice morning fishing. They're probably like, hey, there's a drone, cool. Now, right around here, I rise up a little bit. I get up to 20, 30 feet, and this is when things go awry. So just watch this. When it starts to drift to the side real hard here in a second, so right here, this is not me at all. This is when I started to basically crap my pants. None of this is me. I was getting a high wind warning on my display, and I was like, man, I gotta lose some altitude and get towards that bank ASAP. And signal was cutting out. I could pretty much not see anything anymore at this point, just in and out, in and out. So then I was like, okay, I gotta gain some altitude so I can see something. And at this point I thought in my head, there's like a 70% chance this thing's going down. right around now, in this part of the video, I'm like 85% chance this thing's going down. I had zero control. It was a straight up miracle that I made it back to the shore. And it was so painful to watch the rest of the video after this part where I get to the shore that I just deleted that part of the video completely. But I eventually did a return to home on me after I stood there for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, waiting for the reception to come back. It majestically and magically, thanks to the drone gods, I somehow got reception back and did a return to home. So now you're gonna see it's gonna sit here, and then I think I dropped it down just because at this point I was like, okay, I think I'm not in the water anymore, I'm just gonna land this thing. And then, you know, changed my mind and decided, oh no, I lost reception. That's why it just sat there, I lost reception. So right around now I lose reception, and I cut the video short, but this lasted for 2 minutes. All right, y'all. So, here's the deal. I just did that first flight. I don't know if I'm gonna talk to you here before I post the video or whatever video I post of the first flight, but here's what happened. I took off, everything seemed okay, all right? There's 2 things I did wrong. It's a little too windy out, especially with that extra weight on top. 3 things I did wrong. I put a GoPro on top of my DJI Mavic Air 2. Probably a stupid idea. Number 2, it's a little bit windy out, okay? A little bit of wind is multiplied by 3 or 4 times having this GoPro on top of here because of the extra weight. So if you're gonna be doing this, stick around a small location, stay close to yourself, okay? Number 3, I left the wireless turned on the GoPro, and when I got out about 1,000 feet away, I completely lost signal, 100%, just gone. And I lost signal for longer than I care to explain, probably 2 minutes, okay? Got back with 40% battery left. With that said, I turned off wireless signal from the GoPro. So I'm gonna see if I see even right now, I'm not getting the information I should be getting here. I'm just not getting it. And I'm thinking it has to do with the GoPro. Hang on. Either that or I'm just too close. Yeah. For some reason I'm just not getting location signal. No signal for GPS whatsoever. 0 satellites. So I have it mounted on top in the only real place you would want to put it, and I have 0 signal for satellites right now. So I think I just flew that whole flight with no satellite reception whatsoever. That means, yeah, that's just not good. Let me go ahead and remove the GoPro right here in front of y'all, and we'll see if it changes anything. And I am filming right now. So I'm gonna pop this off. I'm gonna pop the GoPro off of here. There's how I have it mounted if any of y'all are curious. But now, let's see here. My signal gonna come back. I'll be right back with you guys. I'm gonna see if the signal comes back. All right, y'all, I'm back. So as soon as I removed the GoPro, and this is with no wireless hooked up on the GoPro at all, wireless turned off. As soon as I took it off of there, I got 9 satellites. As soon as I put it back on and started filming again in 4K, I got 0 satellite signal, okay? So I have nothing. So this is just not a smart thing to do at all. We could fly around a little bit just right around myself. That'd probably be okay. So yeah, you guys, it's a cool idea, but no satellite reception. It gives you interference. Like I said, that's even with all my wireless turned off on the GoPro completely. So if you guys are watching this video, I hope it was helpful to you. Do not do this. Do not mount the GoPro to your DJI Mavic Air 2. I'm gonna get a screenshot, a thumbnail for my video I'm gonna post. And if you guys are watching this, do not try this. Keep your GoPro on the ground. Keep your DJI Mavic Air 2 in the air. And I'm glad that everything survived this test. I got really lucky, and I hope that it saved one of you guys. Look, you can see right there. I don't know if you can see it on my screen. Anyhow, I probably can't see it, but literally 0 satellite signal whatsoever. But by the way, I absolutely love this GoPro. So keep your GoPros completely away from your drones, all right? It does look cool as hell mounted on there, but it's a shit idea. CJ Moto out. Yo, what up, y'all? I'm back. So yeah, I just got done. I left the park, or left the fly spot that I went to, and absolute success but failure with the GoPro. If you didn't collect it from what I've already posted right here, basically in a nutshell, I think the biggest problem was the extra weight on top. The absolute bigger problem was it completely and utterly blocks the GPS signal, and there's really nowhere you can mount this thing other than there, and there's really no damn reason to do it anyhow. I just have stupid ideas sometimes. I thought it would be cool because GoPro, the footage looks pretty good, but I wouldn't say it looks anywhere nearly as good as the footage that the actual camera on the drone takes. I thought it would be cool to get super view and some different hyperlapses and stuff, but you can do all that with the drone anyhow. The audio was kind of neat to have, but it was like that whole flight that I did, I basically had no GPS, and I really didn't even realize it, which is really stupid. But I don't think I think maybe I had a few bars for a second, but as soon as you start filming, it just cuts everything out, and you can control the drone to an extent, but you lose signal like 1,000 feet away completely. So I hope somebody learned something from this. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy electric dirt bikes, if you enjoy drones, if you enjoy tech, if you like GoPros, because I'm going to be having a blast with this thing, man. I'm just tickled about this new Hero 9. The audio quality is amazing. I'll probably do some water testing with it. It's just a blast. I'm gonna have a fun time with it. It is well worth the investment if you guys are waiting to pull the trigger on it. One thing to note, if you try to order it off their website, it's like a nightmare. Like, I could not get them to accept my debit card, any of my credit cards. I tried my dad tried for me, so I went ahead and had to get it locally. But it will definitely pay itself off because I do a lot of this vlogging and stuff, and it's just amazing. And I'm going to be doing everything here for the next, at least near future. I'm doing everything in 4K 24 frame per second super view. So that's where I'm at with that. I think that setting's awesome, and it forces up YouTube to really give you some good quality. So I'll catch you guys later. Until next time, CJ Moto out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys learned what not to do. Keep your action cameras on the ground. Keep your aerial cameras in the air, and everything should go good, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. If anyone ever has a stupid idea to put a GoPro on a drone, you could say, hey, go check out that guy CJ Moto. Watch that video. You'll see why you should not ever even consider doing that. Until next time, CJ Moto out. Much love. I hope everyone's doing great.